In here because these buses ended up in this town after these immigrants were flown to California from your state in Texas, where we are told the situation is growing almost out of control. Texas, the area where just simply can't handle the influx of people there. Give us a sense of what you're seeing on the ground.
Well, thank you for having me. Basically, what we're seeing is plain and simple is a rampant abuse of our immigration system. We have a situation right now where our federal government is pretty much aiding and abetting and facilitating the smuggling of these individuals, of these illegal aliens. These illegal aliens cross our borders illegally. We apprehend these illegal aliens that pretty much surrender themselves because they know that they're getting a free pass. This is an organized, it's an orchestrated situation. It's orchestrated by the drug cartels, and it's pretty much a rampant abuse of our immigration system.
So, Hector, what do you suggest? Because it is a really interesting perspective to talk to somebody that is there at the border. This is your job. You see this as it ebbs and flows. Is it a sense that, you know, words getting back to people in those countries where things are tough, I know you agree with me on that, that it's easy to get across the border, that jobs await them? Is it a question of having the United States send message back and do some work on the ground there to say this practice has to end? We know the president has said as such, but does it need to go further?
Well, the changes need to start here in our country. We need to make sure that our Border Patrol agents have the proper resources and the proper funding to make sure that they can do their job. As it is right now, with this orchestrated and this organized situation that we're having, it's a border security crisis. Some people call it a humanitarian crisis, and to some degree it is, but it's a border security crisis. We have to make sure that our agents are able to do their job. At this point, about 70% of our Border Patrol agents in this area are being reassigned for processing duties. What that means is that we're leaving approximately 30% of our Border Patrol agents to actually do field work, to actually patrol our border. And what that creates is a very porous border where dangerous criminals, dangerous drugs are entering our country undetected, and they're making their way to our communities.
Ruben, what do you say when you hear a border agent commenting that the U.S. government is aiding and abetting the flow of illegal immigration into this country?
Right. So I've written about immigration for 25 years. I've interviewed a number of Border Patrol agents. I know a number of Border Patrol agents, and I've written complimentary things about the Border Patrol agency over the years. I've never heard a Border Patrol agent say anything like that. I would say that given the fact that there's a gag order on Border Patrol agents in Texas, I'm surprised that he's even on this show saying these things, if in fact he's with the Border Patrol at all. But, you know, to the point of the government losing control of the border, well, we lost control of the border some time ago when we decided that we wanted cheap available labor. And that's the part of the discussion we never have. We always focus on the immigrants. We never focus on the employers. In this case, we're talking about kids from Central America who are not coming here for jobs, but maybe coming here in the greatest traditions of this country to seek refuge as a safe haven. And so we've mixed apples and oranges. The folks in Marietta did it. Your other guest has done it. We aren't thinking clearly about this issue.
Hector, can you quickly respond?
Of course, I am a Border Patrol agent, and I'm also the spokesperson for the National Border Patrol Council for our Laredo area. I must say that when I speak about that the government is facilitating the smuggling of these aliens, I'm going to paint a picture for you. You're at the river. You know, right at the border, trying to protect our country from dangerous drugs and criminals. And when you have a smuggler simply hand over these children and these family units to you, and all we're doing is basically getting their information, giving them a piece of paper, and asking them to report back to an immigration hearing based on the honor system. You know, that's what we're doing. That's what's happening right now. These illegal aliens are being released into our country, and the majority of people are never going to report back to an immigration hearing. Now, I know that it is a crisis. We are seeing a lot of children. However, how do you expect that a mother from Honduras that's crossing the country with 3 to 5 children, and they're all, young age children, how do you expect for that mother to actually come into this country and actually begin working? You know, this illegal alien that's coming into this country with 3 to 5 kids, that person is basically gonna depend on our welfare system, on our government assistance, and you know what? That is costing the taxpayer a lot of money.